Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Silas with the Dots. We outside again, episode 2, Faces Behind the Famous. Today we got KJ.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think I even need to give an introduction. I think it speaks for itself. Her work speaks for herself. You already know who it is. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
This is another episode of Faces Behind the Famous, Model Edition.
So, we're not going to get into that.
Guest number 2, but never the second. Always number 1.
Oh my gosh.
Introduce yourself. Let us know.
Okay.
Who we talking to? Who we speaking to?
Hi guys. My name is Karyl. I go by KJ. I am a 23-year-old model, makeup artist, and photographer from the Boogie Down Bronx.
Let's give it up for KJ, man. Let's give her a good warm and welcome. I'm my own audience. Don't make fun of me, bro. Welcome to the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a long travel, right?
It was, but we're here. We're here now.
Yo, listen. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you for
You're
having
probably somebody I'm definitely most excited to come on the show. That's a fact. I don't know, if you have seen her work, if you don't know who this is, bro, you need to know who this is. This is a very inspirational young lady, you know what I'm saying, in her prime, always in her prime.
Thank you.
Definitely, inspiring people that may not even admit it, you know what I'm saying, but we gonna admit it on the show. Like you said, you do modeling, photography. Listen, the men that haven't proposed yet, I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing she definitely didn't get to tell you that you cook as well.
I do cook.
You cook as well. She's
I
a
be in
chef.
the kitchen.
You know what I'm saying?
Just a little bit.
What's your best dish?
Mango jerk chicken, rasta pasta, rice and peas.
Okay. You know what I mean? The thing is, she turned me down already. Now I'm playing. So, let's talk about what you got coming up or what you finished doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? An exciting time in the city. And then, it goes back down to regular again.
Okay.
Tell us what you've been doing, what you've been up to.
Okay, well, Fashion Week is finally over. It was a very busy Fashion Week. I did 7 shows. And prior to that, I was doing 8 photo shoots. I decided to keep myself very busy during the past 2 months, and it's just gonna continue. I'm gonna be dropping a lot of more photo shoots, still creating mood boards for upcoming photo shoots. If any photographers want to work with me, I'm down. So tap in. Yeah.
Tap in. It's not even a thought, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that right now. So how did Fashion Week go for you?
Fashion Week was good. Fashion Week was busy. I feel like with Fashion Week, we're also hyped for it to come, and then it comes and we're stumped with all of this stuff to do, running back and forth to castings and shows, and then we're just waiting for it to be over, and then when it is over, we're like, damn, I wish it was Fashion Week again. So yeah, Fashion Week was good.
Fashion Week was good. That's lit. Like you said, it's when it's happening, it's you don't feel in the mood to do it, and it's when it's over, I'm in the mood now. You know what I'm saying? So the hustle and bustle never stops. How did you get into modeling?
Okay, so with modeling, right? I have always had confidence in me as a little girl, right? I used to always be in the living room taking pictures with my mom. Back then we had those disposable cameras that you just, so I'd always dress up. Me and my mom would dress up and we'd take pictures together. And I feel like with that, I just always loved being in front of a camera. So when it got to my college career, when I started to go to college, I went to Howard University, and while I was there, I joined Models of the Mecca, which is a modeling org, and I was there for 2 years. I became a model there, and I was head of makeup. So it was fun being able to tie the two and being in front of the camera and also behind it, being behind the scenes. And yeah, ever since then, the pandemic hit. My whole plan was to go learn what I needed to know about modeling, and then when I came back to New York, I would go to modeling agency walk-ins, because back then it was more accessible. You just walk into the agency, talk to them, set up an appointment, things of that nature. But the pandemic hit, everybody was inside, so agencies started to rely more on online submissions and emails and things of that nature. So I feel like that kind of put a dent in my little plan, but either way, we keep it moving. Right. We keep it pushing. Exactly. So as soon as I came back from Howard, I stayed there for 2 years. During the pandemic, I came back, and I immediately just started applying for fashion shows and things of that nature. And I ended up being in New York Fashion Week that February afterwards. So yeah.
Would you
I've
say
just
like
been-
it happened pretty like fast for you, like when it came to like modeling, or did it catch up kind of quick, or did it take a little while?
I feel like it really depends on the work you put in. Because if you're really on it and you're getting your digitals taken, you're doing photo shoots, you're reaching out to people, then it might come faster than, you know, just trusting the process and thinking that it's gonna come to you.
Right.
So for me, I ended up just hitting people up, doing a bunch of photo shoots, getting my comp card together, and God saw the vision.
Of course.
And since then, I just got consistently booked. And
You have like so many different levels. You love the streetwear, but then you're also like in like the higher fashion as well. But then today, you giving me very much, I guess, Erykah Badu. You giving me the grills. You out here like, is this more so of like your style every day? What style do you like to be in more? You feel more comfortable in?
I don't know. I feel like it's just my vibe, how I'm feeling that day.
Right.
Because I could be in like a mini skirt and a baby tee, or like a baby tee and some baggy pants. Like, I don't know. I feel like I am a very Y2K inspired girly when it comes to my outfits. I love the early 2000s, like very swagalicious.
Wow. Okay.
90s. I wish I was born in that time period, but
man.
you know,
Got out of the place.
different plans. But yeah, we're here. So
Okay. Do you feel like we getting away from that now?
yes, thank God. I feel like looking back at it, like when you think of late 90s, early 2000s hip hop culture, with outfits, you had, you know, the baggy pants, the little tops, the baby tees, things of that nature. I love that. But you also had the other side of wearing skirts over jeans and little jackets and layering a whole lot. I mean, I feel like it's coming back, but in a nicer way. I feel like we're like updating it a little bit.
Yeah, some people say like, oh, I guess when you run out of inspiration, like they kind of go back to what it used to be. Do you feel the same way? Yeah,
it's timeless.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk standing on business, right? You have a momager, papager. Do you have like anybody like in your corner helping you?
With an agency, I have an agent that's sending me things, but I'm also finding things on my own. So if I do find something, I will then send it to my agent and then go from there.
Okay. Cool. With the stuff that you do on your own, whether it be like working with like photographers or even just like bigger agencies that might step to you to talk to work, how do you go about, like, I guess, standing on business? Let's talk. I feel like when it's business, it's different from, you know, who you are. Like, we outside, we friends, we cool, that's lit. But then, like, when you have to, like, now talk to, like, a photographer about a certain rate or agency about a certain rate, either they might not feel like, you know, that they want to spend that or something like that. Do you stand on that, or are you more so trying to work with them, or are you like, no, this is my rate, this is my price, I don't care what, like, you know, how you feel about it? Like, what's your thoughts on it?
I feel like as a model, you should always know your worth. Not even just as a model, but as a creative in general. If you feel like a rate is too low, then you need to stand on your business and fight for the rate that you want. And if that person will not take that rate, then that's fine. Somebody else will. But that also doesn't mean giving up collaborations, because I am saying this as a photographer myself. There are some photographers that are very, 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 very talented and know what they're doing, and they're published, and, you know, they have their backing if they know their worth.
Right.
So if you get the chance to then collaborate with the photographer that probably would do a regular shoot for like $400, then you need to take that chance. You should not be fighting with them about how much your rate is and how much their rate is. Like, if there is time for creatives to just come together and make some magic, then I am totally up for that. But only if the work speaks for itself.
Okay.
If we are matching up level wise, and I know that I'm a great high fashion model and they're a great high fashion photographer, great, amazing. But I feel like with this industry, you need to also learn when to say no, and that it's okay to say no, because there are times when there are some photographers who probably like are still like making their mark in the photography world, or like just starting to pick up a camera and like learn basics and things of that nature, and like don't want to shoot, but at the same time it's like can I add this to my portfolio?
Right.
So it's just things that you have to think about, really.
Okay, yeah, for sure. With you being a photographer and then also like you're the model, that means there's a lot that you know, like when it comes to quality and like, you know, meeting. What are, I guess, I know we're gonna get into like nerd terms, camera nerd terms, but for my camera nerds, what are you looking for in terms of like edits, you know, like the type of quality or the type of grading they might do on pictures? Like, what are you looking for, like in terms of like exposure or like temperatures, or what is it that like tells you, okay, I want to work with this person?
Definitely the lighting. I am very big on natural lighting. If we aren't using natural lighting, then there has to be some type of like theme or concept being put onto the mood board or the concept that we're going with. I am somebody that doesn't like a lot of edits when it comes to editorial work. I can understand like a little filter if it goes with the concept. Okay, cool. But if we're just shooting and it's a test shoot and you send me pictures back with a hard filter, I am not posting these. I am so sorry. I am so sorry to you. So whenever I am doing photo shoots, I make sure that I go through a photographer's portfolio. I go down their Instagram and I make sure that this is something that I would want to put in my portfolio, or this is something that I could see in a campaign, or I can see in Sephora or something like that. Right. Just quality needs to be there.
Up top, tip top.
Yeah.
Got you.
Also, I like being able to work with photographers that can take creative criticism.
Got you.
Creative feedback, but constructive criticism and creative feedback, because at the end of the day, it is a collaboration. So you are putting in your hard work to edit the pictures, take the pictures. I'm putting in my work and giving you something to shoot, you know? So we're both helping each other and we're both building each other's portfolios, but we then need to be able to speak and communicate about if we like the pictures and if we don't, or if something needs to be fixed or things like that. Just somebody that can take that criticism and work with me.
For the models, like how would you say to deal with constructive criticism? Because I know, like, you know, we're all, this is our art, we're all sensitive about our shit. So it's like, and I think for modeling it's a little different because it's more sometimes body wise, it's more certain features, it's more certain things that they're asking to change and stuff. How do you feel more, or how would you say to deal with that kind of constructive criticism when it comes to modeling?
I think if somebody gives you constructive criticism, I don't think it's to hurt you. I think it's to better you. So I feel like with that, try not to take it to heart. Try to just take the information and build on it. But with that, if it's an outrageous thing now, have some judgment. But I feel like if somebody's telling you something to better your career, then just take it on the chin.
Got you. Have you heard anything outrageous that made you go like, this person is bugging out, and or anything like that to you?
I don't think so. Not that I can recall. Nothing crazy. Yeah. But who would I want to work with?
Nice.
I really want to walk for Diesel, do a Diesel campaign, do a Diesel show. I love Diesel so bad, so bad. Like, Diesel, if you're watching this,
you're gonna watch this, and this is what is gonna happen. You're gonna watch this, and this is what is gonna happen. I promise you. God is making it work as we speak.
I really love Diesel.
You're gonna watch this, Diesel. You're gonna watch this, and this is what's gonna happen.
Every collection is just,
oh man,
that's literally like my style.
The girlies love Diesel.
I'll eat down some Diesel, okay?
Oh man, are you like into like the more higher like fashion, or are you more into like the streetwear a little more? Like, what is I don't want to say who you want to walk for, but like, I guess what's your preference to walk for? I would say.
I think my preference, I don't think I have a preference. If the collection is fire, then I would love to be a part of it. Nice. I don't have a preference at all.
Do you think body stature also has like the way a model's body is suited more for a certain style?
Most definitely. I feel like when it comes to gowns and haute couture, the tall girlies, yeah, the 5'11s, 5'10s, most definitely, because you're gonna need that height to be able to walk in these dresses effortlessly. So, most definitely.
If you design, right? I'm not sure if you design, but if you design like clothes and you had to pick like, I guess 3 top models, like certain type of models to put in your show, big names, what would they be?
Anoke. Hands down. Alden Mason. Hands down. Who would be my third person? I think Bella Hadid.
Okay. Nice. What would be like your best advice to them? You're looking at a younger you right now, you say, you know what, instead of these mistakes that we probably made, this is what we're gonna do in the next life.
My advice would be keep going. A no does not mean that modeling is not for you and you'll never amount to anything in it. One door closed is another one opening, okay? Literally just take it on the chin. Like, just keep going. Keep going. Try to network as much as you can. Understand that when you're in these spaces, you don't know who you're around in these spaces. Whenever I go to castings, I make sure that I'm speaking to whoever I'm talking to on the line with. Like, just, building a community as well, because you are going to need people who are like-minded individuals and know what you're talking about and can relate to, so you guys can actually talk about these modeling problems that you're having, and also have people to go to castings with. Like, the modeling community is a great one. Just to make sure that you sit and you create one that is for you and right for you. So yeah.
I'm glad you talked about networking, because I keep talking about it on this channel. I don't think people be listening to me, so maybe you speaking about it actually like makes more sense. Has there been like other like places and opportunities you've been able to go into with just being able to network within the space, or like? Literally,
I was actually standing online for the bathroom at one of my shows, and this very sweet older lady had came up to me, and she was telling me how great I looked, and she was saying she was a designer and also a photographer, and she was covering the show at that time, and she had invited me to shoot with this popular South American brand called La Bloom. You guys should check it out. So yeah, like, you never know who you're next to. Like,
that's a fact. How often do people walk up to you in the street and go like, oh my gosh, you look great, I'm a director, I'm a this, that, and the third, we're in New York City, so how often do you feel people
I feel like because we're in New York City, everybody's minding their business.
Yeah.
So the times that I am approached are usually when I'm doing a photo shoot, and I'm already dressed up and
while at work.
Yeah.
While at work. I love that, because I feel like everybody that does come to New York or is in New York, they're like, I'm just gonna walk on the street and somebody's gonna pick me up, or somebody's gonna see me, or they're like wishing like, why can't this happen? It's because there is some kind of work, some kind of foundation you have to be putting down. So even let's say you were faking it out there, like you were like, oh girl, just take pictures of me in this, and then like somebody walks up and thinks it's a bigger deal than what it is. So there's always that kind of foundation that needs to be laid. For somebody who I feel like who's a workaholic, how do you like balance rest and travel with going out and like having to work so much or being booked up?
Okay, so for myself, if I know I'm gonna have a busy week, I'm hitting my friends up. Don't invite me outside this weekend. I'm inside. I need to stay, because I will crash out. Listen to your bodies. If you are tired, if your body is tired, do not overwork yourself. Do not overwork your body. If you need a break, take one. So yes, that's my advice.
Let's say I'm from Oklahoma. Somebody comes out here, they get so many opportunities. They're like, man, I almost want to work for everybody, and I can't miss the opportunity to not work for somebody because I'm only in New York every so often, etc. How do you tell somebody like, okay, you overbooked this, you got to tell this person no instead of this one, and be selective on which one is better for you?
I think it's definitely something to think about, because you need to think about what this show is going to do for you. Is this a good show? Is this a headlining show? what are you getting your pictures afterwards? I feel like that was a problem that I had this season. I wasn't getting my pictures like right after my shows, which is what I'm used to. I'm used to just walking and then the next day getting my pictures. So I felt like this season it was a lot of back and forth between me and photographers, but you know, I got my pictures, thank God. But when you're doing these shows, think about these things. Are you gonna get your pictures the next day? Is this gonna end up in a publication? Is this on the actual New York Fashion Week list? If I walk in this show, am I going to be able to actually make some connections? Like, don't just walk for somebody to walk for somebody. If you're like a beginner and like you're new to this, great, get all of the exposure that you can, build your portfolio as much as you can, but also understand that if you are going to be saying yes to everything, you are going to have to say no to a few things. So
yeah, gotcha. You just said something that clicked a question in my mind. You said, oof, damn, that question just escaped me. Oh yeah, photographers. Okay, so do you usually rely on the photographers within the show, or do you always invite your own photographers to come out?
I rely on the photographers on in the show.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like it's more cohesive.
Okay, got you. Because I know there's some people, they'll pay a photographer to come out and etc. Which is like not a problem with that, but I also understand, like, you know, photographers in the show. Getting in contact with, do you go right after the show and get contact with them? Is it like...
Most of the time, whenever a photographer will take my picture, they'll like immediately ask for my Instagram afterwards. So once Fashion Week is over or the show is over, like I'll wait a couple of days and then be like, hey, you were a photographer at this show. Would you happen to have the pictures yet? Just go like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're also an influencer, right? Like, would you call yourself an influencer? I mean, you have no choice.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I am a self-proclaimed content creator.
Listen,
we're gonna get to influencer status soon.
Isn't it the same,
but
or is it?
I think it's different.
It's different.
I feel like content, you're just creating your content. People align with it, and you know. But for being an influencer, you're actually influencing people to go places to.
But I think the content is influence. Like me personally, I'm like, if you're putting out, I'm into modeling, right? If I want to model, I'm like, oh man, I gotta have this standard of lady that I'm kind of looking up to. So you're influencing me to, like, you know, be a better model. Where to go, maybe go shoot, where, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like definitely you go on her IG page, it gives life. All right, I just need you to understand that first. So I think the influence from that is an influence in itself. You know what I'm saying? The point I was gonna say is, are you? I don't know how many brands you work with. Are you selective with brands as well? How do you know to upkeep that? What's like do you have a certain schedule? Do you have a certain like thing that keeps you being consistent?
I have a calendar in my room, and if the calendar is blank, that means I'm doing something wrong. I fill up my calendar and I put myself out there so I can fill up my calendar.
Right.
Basically.
Right. Listen, workaholics,
yeah.
No, listen, you got to keep yourself on a schedule. You got to keep yourself like really like organized. Are you like, have you always been so hyper organized, or did modeling force you to be hyper organized?
I've always been organized.
Nice. Nice. Have you, okay, let's get into red flags. How are you with red flags? Like, whether it be shows that, like, personally.
When it comes to modeling, I feel like I'm so close to it.
Yeah.
With modeling and shows, red flags for me are definitely unorganization, timeliness, being late to your own show or casting or anything like that, not having the pictures ready. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta be. Do you have like a certain like diet plan that like you follow? People say like, oh, models don't eat, models don't like go outside, like, you know what I'm saying, they don't enjoy themselves, they gotta starve
It's not that we don't eat, they don't be feeding us. That is the problem.
Okay.
But for me, I definitely try to keep myself in shape. Like, I don't know, people see my abs in my pictures and they're like, oh my god, workout plan, and I'm like, what workout plan? Like, I don't know, I feel like I was just born with abs at this point. Like, I wake up and they're there. It's just maintaining them. So, you know, being more healthy.
Do you even like night routine before you have a show the next day, or like even how I was saying, like the week before, certain things you won't do in order to like not be good on fashion week or something like that?
Oh yeah, I definitely have to get some sleep.
Yeah. What time I'm gonna sleep, or my night routine on what I gotta put on, like, you know, before.
Okay, so I'm definitely making sure that my skincare is on 10, because when you go to these castings, they are going to be staring you down. You could have a pimple, and just because you have a pimple and the other girl doesn't have a pimple, they're going
really?
with the other girl. So yeah, keeping my skincare up there, just making sure that you look nice and you look presentable, because you are going to be presented in front of these people, and if it's a production, they're going to be presenting you in front of other people. So yeah, just keeping up with yourself.
What's a proper, or like the go-to casting clothes that you need to wear, like for like a casting show? Like what's the go-to that every model should always wear?
Black, slim fitting black. For me, I'm starting to like get out of that. I'm trying to like mix in my style with it a little bit. So sometimes I'll do black and some jeans, or a white top and some jeans, like just switching it up a little bit, or like a skirt instead of just leggings and what are those shorts? Barker shorts. Just switching it up.
Okay. Yeah. Look, yeah, right?
I am Jamaican.
Favorite dancehall artist? Or big 3 or big 5? Let's talk about it.
Vybz Kartel.
Okay, that's number 1 always.
Spice.
Okay.
Adonia.
Hey.
Shansia.
Okay. Beanie. Okay. Any modern day like more I know Shansia is more modern day, but like a little more younger, up and coming, that you're like feeling a little more right now?
Lady Lava got it. She's not Jamaican, but she got it.
Okay. I gotta get put on to, I don't know Lady Lava, I know a couple of the other ones, but
Lady Lava, Ring Finger.
I don't know Ring Finger too.
We can do it. This is gonna be funny.
Whatever you say is gonna be funny.
This is gonna be funny.
Okay, so y'all know I like to do fun stuff around here, you know what I'm saying? I like to torture my guests a little bit, you know? So today I went and I brought out the balloons for y'all, you know what I'm saying? I worked hard on this, you know what I'm saying? Don't make fun of me on how it looks, but I did work hard on it. And I just wanted to ask some like fun questions and stuff like that and see if she pops the balloons. So we're gonna start off simple, right? So let's talk about fashion shows.
Okay.
How do you feel about like fashion shows that don't necessarily like, I guess, have dressing rooms, or like have like their own spaces for like female models or like male models? Everything's kind of like in between each other, and then people just kind of like have to get ready right next to each other type stuff.
That's not something I would pop a balloon for, simply because as a model, you learn that you need to just get dressed. Like, the priority is getting dressed. Right. So, I mean, everybody has seen a body before. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Copy. All right. That's a good one. You got a check right there. A fashion show with either no black hairstylists or people that know how to tend to black hair. Oh man, do you have to explain it? Would you like to explain?
Do better.
That's been a big conversation around, I guess, Fashion Week and like around like the fashion world for sure, and definitely like the hairstylists that I know. I try to encourage them to, you know, if they're asking for it, you know, try to go out there and put yourself out there, because we definitely need it for people that know how to do black hair.
We definitely need some more black people in these spaces.
Have you seen some really messed up, like...
I have gone through some very messed up things. There was one show that I did, and I came with my hair in a puff because I already knew. I came with my hair in a puff. It was slicked. I'm like, you know, if they want to add anything to it, they can. I sat in this woman's chair. It was like time for us to go into hair. I saw a black woman in the room. I was motioning towards her, but the woman that was in charge, she sat me in a Caucasian woman's chair. So I sat there, and all she had to do was just, you know, clean up the puff. She takes my puff out.
Wow.
Now, for most of these shows, most of the time they're sponsored by brands that are not catered to African American hair. So, because she didn't know how to clean up my puff, she used every single product in my hair, which then caused my hair to break off after Fashion Week.
Wow.
So, after that Fashion Week, I have not done a show with my hair out. I've either done braids or cornrows or just a variation, because I do not want anybody touching my hair. If I come, then I come with my hair done. Okay. So, yeah.
Copy.
And that shouldn't be something that black models have to do. Like, we shouldn't have to double think and second guess how we're gonna look on the runway. I feel like there should just be more consideration for us as there consideration for other races. So, yeah.
Copy. All right, I like that so much. I think that's such a big topic. I'm a little animated about that stuff too. I think, like, you know, they should know how to do more black models. I think that's really messed up, honestly. Like, have you ever had to, like, spend, let's say there was like a style they wanted from you, right? But you know that style probably costs to go to like the your lady to make, let's say, a certain style of braids or anything like that. Do you ever feel like maybe they should, you know, pay for that, or maybe like they should reimburse you for what you might have to pay for that, to do that?
If I can't do it, then most definitely.
Got you. Okay, let's say he's a 10, but a fashion guy, like the mysterious kind of like fashion. You know, the new Soho guys, like they don't want to say too much, but they got all the extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Extra fashion out. Is that an attractive quality in a guy? Some people would say it's sassy.
I'm not gonna pop it.
Alright, cool. All right. He's a 9, but only dresses in anime. Ah, damn. Should we elaborate?
I watch anime. I like anime. I will not be outside in anime. I'll probably, I mean, if I got a t-shirt, I actually have a really cute Hunter x Hunter sweatsuit. If it's cute, okay. But if you're coming outside looking like a total weeb, save it for inside.
Runs with his arms out and everything, like.
Save it for. We can't be seen together. I'm so sorry.
Oh man, that's funny as hell. All right, he's a 5, but he dresses nice, dripped out, Hellstar. What's the Amiri? All the names.
I don't even like that.
Oh man, do you consider that like fashion, honestly, or?
I feel like it's a different aesthetic, and I do not like that aesthetic. So, yeah.
He's a 10, but he's a TikToker. In Times Square, doing all that, like
by the red stairs.
Yeah. Yo, listen, I don't know. They trying to get their money up. Give me another flower. Yo, listen. I guess it ain't working, fellas. And he's a 9, but he's a fellow model. Like, you're kind of like, see how you have like the standards and how you are, and all these lights have to be on. Like, he has that kind of thing about him too.
I stay away from models.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So if you're a banker, All the doctors come through like.
Oh my god.
Then she, left 2 balloons, so she ain't do too bad, y'all. Like. All right, so I got just one last part. New York, right? We're New Yorkers. We got to talk about New York. What do they call that? Meteor. A meteor.
Okay.
A meteor hits New York.
Okay.
Right? Everything is like incinerated. Is it incinerated or decinerated? Like everything is incinerated, right? What are like the 3 places you're bringing back?
Am I the only person here, or?
I guess so. I mean, like you're the head chief, and you got a team behind you, and be like, yo, this is what we're gonna build back. These are the 3 staples we're gonna build back, and that's it. This is gonna be the whole New York City.
I'm thinking survival. So first of all, I need food, I need medical, and I need housing. So that's gonna be my 3 places. Like
food, medical, housing.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all that's coming back.
Yeah, we can build everything else back, but that's the first 3 things that need to be. Yeah.
Anything you got coming up? Anything you wanna tell the people?
Keep going.
Keep going. Oh, I like that.
Keep your head in the game.
Yeah, facts. Thank you for watching. Listen, you know who we got on the show. Make sure y'all go check her out. It's KJ, you know what I mean? We out. Like